we've talked a lot about Rangers, but for Hearts, huge. I don't even have the words. A massive win.
Yeah, that was mega, and it felt like it here too. That's as loud as this place has been for a long, long time. That was
ever.
It's up there. I think the only thing you could really compare it to was when they finished second in 20 years ago now, 2005, 2006. They beat Aberdeen to get their Champions League place. But this, this could go one better. That was quite second half. First half, we were speaking to Derek McInnes there. He thought Hearts got kind of caught up in the game a bit, and I think that was true. He said the nerves came in. Frustration was starting to come in. They needed half time, but the second half they responded, and it was just. I mean, that late chance at the end. I think it was I can't remember who it was in stoppage time, but they headed it right. I've never heard a goal kick celebrated like that. Craig Halkett's down on the deck, double fist pumping. That was. I think the fans really roared them and willed them onto that. That was massive.
There were throw-ins that were getting celebrations like goals, Pilcher, at that point in the last 5-10 minutes. By the way, where's Scott McDermott and Andy Newport?
They are doing a pile of work through in the media room there, and I've just nipped out. Bojan Miovski was just in, had a long chat with Danny Rowe, and Derek McInnes has just been in. So they are here, they are working, but I've taken one for the team.
Pilch, we've talked, as I say, about Rangers, talked about Derek McInnes changing the game. The first half, Hearts, as you say, can I get lost in it a wee bit?
Pilch summed it up, Dan. I thought it was the enormity of the occasion. I thought after the first 15 minutes, the stadium started to quieten down. You could almost feel the nerves coming through the telly, and I felt it affected the players. They were working hard, but there was no quality or accuracy to their passing. They were giving the ball away frequently. Rangers were then finding it really easy to get round them, pass round them. And I just felt they looked as if the whole nervousness of the occasion had really gotten to them. I tell you what, that must have been the team talk, the halftime team talk of Derek McInnes' career, because they just come out. They were a different group of players.
And see as well, Pilch, you sent in a couple of clips that went up on Record Sport Online of the atmosphere. See anyone watching that? Not just down south, around Europe. It was incredible, the atmosphere. Absolutely incredible. I'd go as far as saying I think Hearts have got one hand on the trophy. I really do. I think that was huge for them tonight, even psychologically as well.
I think so. Derek was just saying there, he was very conscious that they do have to go to Motherwell on Saturday night. Get a result there, they can sit back and watch what happens the next day. I thought if Hearts won their first two games after the split, they'd be very hard to stop winning the league. I wouldn't say one hand on the trophy. I think they're in such a strong position now, though. I think if they can get the job done on Saturday, I'd maybe say it then. So ask me again on the Sunday night.
How do you? I mean, in the comments, Rebel says Hearts have the momentum, but Martin O'Neill's more streetwise than Rowe. Nothing's decided yet. Hearts win at Motherwell, then it will be theirs, I reckon. How do you see that?
I think that's fair. I think that Hearts are now one game away.
Wow.
I think if they couldn't go to Motherwell on Saturday night and come away with 3 points, I think that's game over for Celtic as well. Might not be, but I've got a sneaky that Rangers might take something away from Celtic Park, and that would then be position A for Hearts. And you know what? They absolutely deserve it, because they have been the best team in the country consistently, week in, week out, with the best performing players. They haven't, appointed managers who have put them into reverse. I'm talking obviously Russell Martin and Wilfried Nancy. Hearts have just done more things right than any of the others, and they deserve to be in this position.
I can't disagree. And Pilch, I know you'll be up to your eyes with work as well. Before we let you go, though, from a Hearts point of view, I know you're obviously strictly impartial, completely professional, but from Hearts, what does it mean to the Hearts fans to be in this position? So unexpected. I mean, once in a lifetime. Again, they'll be hoping not, but as you can see, I'm struggling to articulate what it must mean to the Hearts fans.
I think you saw that at the end. Just the roar that went up was incredible. But don't forget, Hearts fans are a certain age. They've been in this position before, and it's 40 years ago. I think 40 years ago this week.
Yeah,
and it ended horribly. So there's always going to be that nagging doubt. But this feels there's just a feeling about the place now, I think, especially after tonight, because Keith said there the momentum was with Hearts. You felt that shift in the second half. Danny Rowe said it as well. Derek McInnes just said it. It was just, as soon as the equaliser went in, it got the crowd back on side. They didn't turn against them, which has happened before here in seasons gone past it. They were sticking with them as much as you could, but there's only so much you can do that when you see what you're seeing in the first half. The goal came at a perfect time, and after that, you just felt, well, this is coming. And Blair Spittle was so close to a third. He made a big difference. He came on for Chesnikov. Hearts got a bit more of the ball. He was picking up good positions, and they looked far more comfortable. And yeah, it was just, he just maybe didn't quite get his team selection right the first half, but he changed at half time. I think the players settled down a bit. There was he did kind of touch on his team talk. Claudio Braga did as well, but that's that you'll read more about that on Record Sport this week. But Hearts again, they just harnessed something and got it done. So I think for the fans it's huge, but there's always going to be that little doubt until it's done. It's not done. So another big step forward. As Keith said, I think one more massive one to take, and I think they'd be just about there.
Pilcher, who get man of the match?
I gave it to Shanklin just for that is a monster moment. He turns up and he, as you said, I just thumped that in. I think he gave it everything, and just the reaction to it, you see him afterwards. He's pointing to his head, he's geeing everybody up. It was just a big captain's moment. Like first half, none of the Hearts players really did themselves justice, but their big players stepped up after the break, and him no more. So I think that just typified how key he is to this team. You know, he's been out for 6 weeks and they just about coped with it, but now he's back. He's proven he can be the difference, and I think he might be over the next couple of games as well. Do
you know what, Pilch? I agree with you. I think that Blair Spittle's pretty unlucky because the contribution he made to changing that match thought was massive.
Yep. We're talking about it as well from Spittle, from a guy who's not really played or started a lot this season. That's he was a hero at Easter Road last week.
Easter Road too.
Yeah, he's helped change it this week. So it shows this Hearts squad. It's not just a Hearts team. I think that's a big difference. It's a Hearts squad that's they're all coming in and contributing. Like Saber Kajota came on last week, set up 2 goals, doesn't get off the bench this week. So they've got depth. Yeah,
and I felt though that you're right about Shanklin, and I thought that even towards the end of the game, in injury time, when it was getting a little bit hairy, you know, he just got himself in front of people, won fouls, nudged the ball on, just try to take as much time and as much sting out of the situation as he could. And I thought that just about shaded it. I thought his contribution was worthy of man of the match, with Blair Spittle getting an honourable mention.
And Mark as well. Kingsley, I thought was great, Pilch. I thought he was really good. Mark's seen that in the comments.
Yeah. First, I think he struggled like the rest of them. I know McInnes just said that as well, but second half, I finished it looks easy, but really isn't. It's coming at you quick off the post. He does really well to control and just guide it in. He's, in terms of the players' Hearts have signed since they come out, they went down and come out of administration. He's been probably one of the best. Robbie Nielsen brought him in, I think about 6 years ago now. Player who'd kind of lost his way down south, bad injuries on a free transfer, and you look at the kind of service he's done and the big moments he's come up with. He's been an excellent servant, and he's one that maybe deserves that moment